You tell me when you want me to start.
Definitely. Let's just give it another 2 minutes. 2 minutes before we start. Actually, maybe we can do the intro while everybody is still trying to join. I know people are on Facebook. We see you, and hopefully, you guys, you can write me questions. You may not be able to ask live questions. I'll appreciate if you write them, and I'll definitely relate them to Dagmar. By way of introduction, let me first introduce the foundation. The foundation itself was founded by Romesh Wadhwani, who is a serial entrepreneur who has founded more than 30 companies, and he is part of the Bill Gates pledge throughout the world. And out of his wealth, he decided to build other entrepreneurs, other serial entrepreneurs like yourselves, to say, let's make this world a better place, where we try to eradicate poverty by creating employment. So the more entrepreneurs we have, the likelihood that we will employ more people, thus eradicating poverty. The foundation offers a number of courses. We offer entrepreneurship and job readiness skills, but our key focus obviously is entrepreneurship, because that's where we are able to make most impact. All the courses that we offer are all for free. If you would like to get in touch with me in terms of how to get involved as a partner or as a student entrepreneur, or somebody who wants to scale their business, and how they do that, we offer all of that for free. For the purposes of today, I thought Dagmar is our partner, colleague, a serial entrepreneur, somebody who's really passionate about helping entrepreneurs get to their next level. The masterclass today is focused on how to draft a pitch deck. I have sent a quick synopsis of what the masterclass is all about today. I will allow my colleague to do a deep dive in terms of what we will achieve today. And obviously, we will open up for questions and answers at the later, hopefully when she's done. So we should be done by 2:30, the latest, but we'll try to squeeze in as many questions as possible. Dagmar, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure just learning from your insights, learning new techniques on how we navigate this entrepreneur journey as entrepreneurs. And I am appreciative of you being here. Now take the floor. The floor is all yours, ma'am.
Okay, thanks very much, Solela. Thanks again for the Wadhwani Foundation to invite me and give me the platform. I can start a little bit about myself. My name is Dagmar Breiling. I'm here for 15 years, living here in South Africa. You still can hear that. I'm German. And started Funding Connection over 10 years ago. I've done similar things in Germany. I worked there at an economic development corporation, and we assisted companies there accessing loans and grants from commercial banks and government institutions in Germany and from the European Union. What we do here in South Africa, we also are concentrating on assisting entrepreneurs accessing loans and grants. We have a wide range of possibilities out there, from government institutions to commercial banks, but we are always also approached by venture capitalists and other funds. I had this morning just a meeting with an investor. They are looking for offering equity for expansion. They said minimum is 50 million rand investments, but they said they have also no problems to go up to 500 million rand. I'm sharing this with you because I just want you to be aware money is never ever the problem. I mentioned that a couple of times before, but you will find capital if your business model is strong enough. And that's the critical part. Let me just, can I start sharing my screen? Okay, I will just do that here.
Absolutely. Yes.
Let me just see.
You should be able to.
My presentation has just disappeared here, like always. Okay, so now go back to window. This should be the right one. Let's see. Okay. No.
Hmm.
Where is it now? I have that here on present. Let me try that again. Enter full screen. If I don't believe that. If I enter the full screen, I can't see the button to share. Let me just see if I'm winning here, not giving up that easily.
Yeah, we can see your pitch deck with 16 slides. Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to think. Start autoplay. Zoom obviously changed all the settings I had when I came in this morning. I wasn't connected to, okay, we need to do that differently. Let's do that like this. Okay. Make a plan here. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. Now the screen has disappeared.
Okay. It doesn't look
Now
pretty now. Let me see, but oh, is it working
there
now?
we go. Now
Yay!
that's good.
Okay, so we talked about this. We talked about myself. There's nothing else to add to. So again, when you attended last time when we said how to present to investors, I made sure and I mentioned in the beginning that you need to have your goal in mind. Whenever you think about presenting to a potential financier or investor, know what you want to achieve. Yeah. So that is the first thing. You need to define what is the purpose of your pitch deck. That means you also need to be clear. I'm sure you remember that last time I said you can ask investors for different things. It's not only about capital. Sometimes it's for partnerships, accessing their markets, accessing their expertise, or having access to their, maybe manufacturing capacity or something like this. Be clear about what you want. If you go somewhere and you say, this is what we are doing, offer me what you want, people are confused. Yeah. Be clear about what you expect. So, because this will also make sure that you present in your pitch deck the correct information so that you can convince the investor to give you what you want. Okay, next. Know your audience. With this, I'm not talking at the moment about what needs to be in your pitch deck. This is really about, okay, how to start with thinking about your pitch deck. You know exactly what you want. Now you need to figure out who's your audience. What are they able and capable to give you? Yeah. If you go to a manufacturer and you want them as a partner to be able to use their manufacturing capacity, your pitch deck needs to look a little bit different than if you go to, let's say, I don't know, Pick and Pay, ShopRite, Woolies, where you want to pitch to list your product and get access to their market. Yeah. Be clear, research your target audience, understand what they are interested in and what they may expect from you. Yeah, we talked about what the investor expects from you, also the last time in the presentation. Customize your pitch deck to align with their needs and their priorities. And then tailor the pitch deck. If you do that, your chances to get what you want from this specific audience are increasing dramatically. Don't think you just can have one pitch deck and then you go. If you're looking for investment and you're looking for capital, that's okay. Maybe then you don't need to tailor it all the time. But if you think about, you want from the one person access to the market, and from the other person you may want to have their expertise, be clear about this. Okay, so now we think about how to do the presentation, how we do the pitch deck. I mentioned it at the end already, but I feel like it's also good to mention it here. There are a couple of options what you can use. PowerPoint is an old-fashioned option. We are trying here at the moment beautiful.ai, what is a little bit boring. What I personally still prefer is canva.com. Canva has lovely templates. This is also one of theirs, what I'm using here. You can personalize them. They have a good structure already. You can look for pitch decks and it will tell you, okay, these are the slides you definitely need in the pitch deck. Still, don't rely only what Canva is offering you here. When I'm doing these presentations or pitch decks, I'm always using a Word document up front, and I'm thinking about, okay, what do I need to cover? What information needs to be in there? And then I'm using the design, the canva.com to do the design and create this. Yeah. Yes. Important if you do a pitch deck is outline the problems and highlight the pain points. Define the problems or the pain points your product or services are addressing. Use data examples to illustrate the significance of the problem. Not that there are only 5 people in South Africa out there who may want to buy from you. And you say, okay, you want to start here in South Africa, and maybe there are a couple of million in the US. So that means you would need to start over there. Yeah. Data is still honestly a little bit difficult to get. Keep in mind with the 2 years of COVID, number one is no research was done in this time. And number two is, if somebody would research nowadays, the time during COVID, the picture is not that nice. So, but you can still use it. Just make sure that you explain, okay, these are statistics during COVID, and but the statistics show that the demand goes up there. Yeah. That's also something, convey the urgency, potential impact of solving the problem. And so just have a look about what impact that will have. One thing what I just wanted to mention here is if this is your first business, I highly recommend to do something what is already done and copying it. If you want to start with something totally new, your chances to success are quite small. I'm not saying bury this idea. Please do not misunderstand me. What I'm saying is just start with something what is easy, what will give you quickly traction, some income and some success. And then in phase 2 or 3, you can start with an idea what is maybe totally new and is not done here. Present your solution is, of course, this is usually the part, the problems, what your entrepreneurs are solving, and the solution, what you offer. That is usually not a challenge for all our clients. They're using here our services to do the pitch decks for them, or to draft the business plan for them. Still, simplicity is key to success here. Usually the pitch decks are getting longer and longer and longer because people are absolutely in love with their product and services. This is important for the financier and investor to have an idea what you want to do. Usually they like to invest in an industry or in a niche they are knowing in any case. Yeah, so they usually are not will not invest in something where they don't have any expertise and experience. What this means for you: bring it to the point. Yeah, don't think now you need to do 10 slides to present your solution because your solution is so great. Bring it down to the point, boil it to a couple of aspects. So if it is something technical, you don't need to explain how this is now really working. Just say, okay, this goes in, this comes out. And if you are more than interested in the technical part, I can send you an extra presentation. Yeah. This pitch deck is, I like the English word teaser. Yeah. I always say it's like a carrot. You are presenting this to the investor, to the financier, so that they can say, this looks like a great idea. I think I want to have a look at it. I want to see the full business plan, and I want to see the full financial forecast. These teasers should be 8, 10 pages, maybe 12, but not longer. Concentrate and extract. Most important part is quickly explain what's the problem, quickly explain what is your solution, and then put the biggest effort onto your market opportunities. Okay, that is something where what they want to see. So showcase the potential, the opportunities for your product or services. Present the market size if you can find the information, the growth trends, relevant statistics, or some research, what is relevant to your product. Yeah. And then explain how your solution fits within the market landscape and its potential for success. Usually, if you have competitors, that is a good thing, because if you have competitors, that means there is a market. Just see. Okay, so this is where financiers now want to see exactly how will you monetize your idea, your product, or your services. Yeah, provide insights into your competitive advantage, your sustainability, describe the revenue, describe the revenue generation strategy, outline your pricing, be clear about 1 unit, this is 1 unit, this is how much we will charge for it. I've seen that lots of times when I see business plans that people say, oh yes, we are making in a year 50 million rand. And when I ask, okay, so what is the unit price? They don't know. How can you come up with this number if you don't even know how many units you are able to sell and how much 1 unit is costing you and how much you are able to sell the unit? Yeah. Outline distribution channels, also something. Be clear about, as a manufacturer, you want to sell to retailers, to wholesalers, or you want to sell as a retailer to end users. Be clear about it, because usually as a manufacturer, Usually, doesn't mean all the time. So you shouldn't sell to end users one-on-one units. That then you need to have a retail price in mind, because what you don't want, that's something what I've seen lots of times here in South Africa. So in Germany, there's a manufacturer. You would never ever be able to go to them and just say, I want 1 or 2 or 10 units. They will say, no, we don't sell this, go over there. They have sometimes, of course, some factory shops, I know that, but these are usually then things they are not able to give directly into the retail market. Yeah. So here in South Africa, it's a little bit mixed. The manufacturer goes then to take a lot and also sells their products there. And then they are competitor to their own clients. That makes it really, really difficult for their clients. So be a little bit wary about your distribution channel, be clear about what you want to do, explain also how you want to have access to your clients and customers. Okay, traction milestones. Also really important for financiers. I'm not too sure. What I always do is if somebody says, hey, I want to do this, I always recommend have a look at Lion's Den or Dragon's Den. It gives you, I know it is, of course, it's TV and there are lots of things they are exaggerated, but it gives you a good idea how investors are also thinking. And I'm sure when you followed it a couple of times, you see that people are saying, okay, I'm not experienced in this industry, that's why I'm out. That is a reason for them to say, no, I'm not touching it. Yeah, because investors usually not only want to give cash, they also want, of course, they're interested that you're growing with them. So that means they need to also usually, and I would love that for you if this happens, not only give you the money, but also give you some mentoring and some advice. I'm sure you remember that that's something what I last time also mentioned in my presentation, how to present to investors. So always ask for mentorship, for advice, for expertise that will help you to grow quickly, dramatically. Yeah. So one part, when you listen to all these lions and dragon dens, they always ask for traction. How many units did you sell already? What was your sales until now? What are the costs per product or per unit? And if you can answer that to an investor, your chances that they are interested are increasing. Yeah. Share any existing traction, absolutely important. Showcase any relevant metrics or success stories. Maybe you've spoken already to Woolworth and they took you on. Highlight any key milestones achieved, partnerships, customer acquisitions, or any revenue growth. Whatever shows that this business is that there is a market for this business will be a good point. If you are able to get any offtake agreements from potential other businesses, so that would be also part of these traction and milestones. Yeah, so share these accomplishments to build your credibility. So now this is also important. Depending on the size of your venture and what you really want to do, you need to have a team. So I'm always joking. And so me and animals, that's not a problem. I can take good care of them. Me and plants is not a good combination. My husband always jokes when I'm buying something new and asks me how long will this one survive. Okay. So for me, starting any farming businesses, growing tomatoes or something like this on my own, I would say the chances that I'm failing are quite high. So, but I can say I know how to run a business. I know how to get, we have the market. I would be able to raise the capital for it. What I need is a strong farm manager or an experienced, I don't know, do you say grower? So operations manager, somebody where I know that he is able and capable to do that. That would be my partner. This would be, he or she would be part of my team. Yeah. And the financiers also then want to see, not only to say, yes, I will hire a farm manager, they want then usually also to see exactly who do you plan to work with. Because they will, of course, they are backing the jockeys. Yeah. So specifically when it is a startup, but also later on, if you want to have an expansion, like I mentioned before, when I spoken to the fund manager, he said, yes, we are backing the jockeys, we are backing the management team. We want to know exactly who is involved, what is their experience, what is their expertise. And this is a strong point for us to make our decisions if we are interested to invest and partner with this business or not. Yeah. So introduce your team members and their qualifications. Emphasize their experience, their relevant expertise, and their track record. Yeah, so that's whenever you apply for anywhere for finance, they always ask for CVs of people because they want to know who is involved, what is their expertise. So showcase the strength and the diversity of your team to inspire confidence. Yeah. Lots of times I'm sitting here with the clients and when I ask them, okay, so this is what you want to do now, what is your expertise? And people say, lots of times I don't have expertise in this. And then I'm asking them, okay, what have you done in the past? And then I can see, oh, okay, this person is an experienced accountant, now wants to start his own business. So we know admin, accounting, all these big parts and important parts also for financier is definitely covered with his expertise. Yeah. So sometimes it's just thinking a little bit outside of the box to figure out what experience and expertise your team members are having, what is relevant to what you want to do. Yeah. Okay. Financials, short and crisp here. Keep in mind, it should be only 8 to 10, if it's really important, 12 pages. You can see how full my pages are here with information. That is also something what I highly recommend. Extract, highlight the important points to showcase, okay, so this is in the financials, this is how much capital we need, this is exactly for what we need the capital, this is the market, this is the size of the market we secured already with our agreements you may have in place. This is the relevant and important information. Yeah. So let me just see, what did I mention here? Include your revenue, your expenses, the growth potential, provide realistic, well-supported financial forecast. Don't come up with, we are doing 50 or 100 million a year. And then when you ask, okay, so how much is one unit and what is a unit? People can't answer them. Yeah, these are the critical parts, these numbers. Investors are usually numbers people. Yeah, they do their calculation and say yes or no before they check everything else. So this is why this is absolutely important. Don't overwhelm them with, I don't know, 20 pages financial forecast. Extract the most important numbers. Yeah. You can, of course, also address any potential risk or challenges. And if there's anything what is obvious in your industry, you can say, we are aware there is a big competitor, but this is how we will handle this. And this is why clients will choose us and not the competitor. Or yeah, South Africa, one big challenge is yet at the moment definitely the electricity. So you need to make sure that you mention that. How will you handle this? Okay, and at the end, don't forget that after your presentation that you ask for action. Always in marketing, it's called call to action. Say exactly what you want, yeah? Clearly state your desired next steps for the audience, yeah? Whether it's a funding request, a partnership proposal, follow-up meeting, be specific. Provide your contact information. Be prepared to answer questions or provide additional materials. Summarize the key points covered in your pitch deck and reiterate the value proposition and the potential impact of your solution. And something what I always forget, thank your audience for their attention. Okay, so be clear. Okay, so if you need more information, feel free to contact me. We have a full business plan available. We have the financial forecast for you available. I can show you our latest annual financial statements. I can share with you the agreements we have in place. Let me know when you are interested. Yeah. So, and then the next part is you can offer, when you do a pitch, a Q&A. Feel free to ask me questions. Don't get scared about this. Yeah. There will be some questions you may not able to answer. And this is not a train smash. Yeah. If they ask you, I don't know, 5 or 6 questions and you always say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, maybe not so good, but there still can be, number one is they are aware of that you are nervous. Okay, so number 2 is if it is really detailed, you may not know, or you say, I think I know the answer, but I'm not 100% sure. Can I please send that to you later? Yeah. Okay, what is happening here now? Okay. So open the floor for questions and decisions. Be prepared to address queries about your pitch deck or your business idea. And provide your contact information again and summarize the key points. You can do that again if you want to do these things. Yeah. Okay. I mentioned that before, so I personally highly recommend canva.com. It's the easiest. It's a free software. They have free templates. They have also paid templates. For me and an investor, the pitch deck, it's more important about the content than the design. Yeah, I've seen lots of mind-blowing presentations and I thought, wow, they are looking pretty, really well done job. And I understand first impression counts, but this is not what will make or break the deal for you. What will make or break the deal is the content. Is your business model strong? Is this something where the investor is interested in, where they feel like they can add value to this business? So I definitely highly recommend Canva. Beautiful AI is another option. PowerPoint is painful for me. So I've done my first ones in my life definitely on PowerPoint, but most of ours, what we do is definitely on Canva. So yes, thanks very much. We definitely will have some Q&A. I just wanted to give you here the possibility to have a look at our contact details. We are at fundingconnection.co.za. There are some mobile number and the landline number. Our email address, admin@fundingconnection.co.za. There's also a contact page on our website. So we are also on Facebook if you want to contact us, and Brent is usually the person who is the first to respond. Okay, so 40 minutes, and I can answer now some questions. So Leila, I'm definitely having the possibility to have you look at the questions on Zoom, but I can't see the ones on Facebook. What do you want us to do?
Let's start with the ones on Zoom. Facebook, I'll attend to you after we've answered these ones. I think most of them are similar, if not the same.
Okay, so let me just go back here. That is recording. Yes, there will be a recording. That is not a problem. Most startups do not have a team. Would having individuals that you outsource for a specific job and specific period of time count as a team? Okay, so what happens is now, so you are asking an investor, let's say for, I don't know, $1 million US. Okay. They, of course, want to have a good understanding what you want to do with this. It depends on the size you have, but usually I definitely would like, you don't need to tell them that this outsourced, that they are not part of your business at the moment and you're not earning any money is clear to an investor. Yeah. You can say, these are the people I have identified. They are at the moment working as a freelancer or as a shareholder here, but as soon as we raise the capital, they will be, if it's viable, full-time employed. Keep in mind, if you have outsourced, let's say my farm manager is outsourced, and he comes only every 4 weeks and visit my tomato farm. That's not going to happen. That's not helping me, because I know somebody needs to have a look at these poor tomatoes, and an experienced farm manager sees immediately, oh, there is some hojos and nunus. We need to do here something. I wouldn't even see that. Yeah. So I would be, as an investor, wary if you say you will outsource everything.
Dagmar, can I add something to that? Just a little bit on that. Yeah. So the soul of the business is supposed to be you, and the key skills that are required in the business is supposed to be rendered by you. So there's no, I can guarantee you, no financier will ever finance your business if you are outsourcing everything. Basically, you acting as a middleman between him and whomever else you are outsourcing these activities to. You are not a business, then you are something else. Perhaps I'm using incorrect language here. Let me emphasize what Dagmar just alluded to and sort of described. A financier is banking on you. You need to be bankable. So your skills become very critical. What is it that in the business you can do? And it has to be the majority of it. Thank you. That's what I wanted to share.
Yes. So what I'm having in mind is, let's say somebody wants to set up a pharmaceutical manufacturing. Okay. So this is a little bit of a different project. You can't be the CFO, the operations manager, the sales manager. That's not possible. You need to have experts, and you are not able to outsource that. Yeah. So, but they don't need to be employed at the moment, but they need to be then employed in the future. Okay, let me see. It's okay if that you need time to prepare answers to the unanswered question they had for you and email them once you are done with more research. I wouldn't say that you need to do more research. I would not, after a pitch deck, confirm that you're not really knowing what you're talking about. Yeah. So what you can say, I'm not 100% aware, I'm not 100% sure about it. Please give me some, and I will come back in the next 2 days. Yeah. Don't tell you need to do some research. I would not do that. Ciswe, pleasure. How do you account sweat equity? Yes, you can, so remember the page where I talked about milestones and traction? You can mention that there. I don't know, whatever you have done in the meantime and achieved, what permits you secured already, or I have no idea, whatever else comes in your mind, to your mind, you can definitely mention that. Yeah. What advice for 2 minutes pitch deck? So a 2-minute pitch deck sounds for me more like an elevator pitch deck. Yeah, I think in some cases it's definitely difficult to explain your services or products, what you want to offer, plus explain the market. I think that's the only thing, and the market opportunities, that's the only thing you can do in 2 minutes. Yeah. Any agri-business job opportunity available for fresh graduate? Kindly connect. Gathering some funds. Yeah, sorry, no, I'm not really looking for a farm manager. That was just an idea. I just wanted to explain. Okay, keep that in mind. And you know what the challenge is? Because I have no experience in farming. If I hire now a farm manager, I wouldn't even know if this is a qualified and a good farm manager or not, because I am in this regards quite clueless. Yeah. So I'm definitely able to analyze and assess everybody else in this business, but this would be something where I wouldn't be able to do that. That is one reason why I personally would never ever go into it. Yeah. Okay. So in Zoom there are no more questions. Let me just see. So Leila, anything from Facebook?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to navigate it through my phone, not even on here, because I have technological challenges with stepping before screens. Okay, cool. So in the textile industry, are there opportunities for funding, and what would you propose? One, structures. Okay, I'm correcting something there. Structures their proposal. There's a follow-up question by the same person. I can ask that all at once. How much do you ask to help somebody with their business proposal?
Okay. So textile industry. I know that if you are in South Africa, the IDC has a program. They have I think they have 4 funds at the moment for startups and for expansions. Portion of them are a grant. Other portions are loan with dramatically reduced interest rate. South Africa is aware of that the textile industry creates jobs, and that is something what they want to push. So what we do is we charge always according to the investment amount, and that has something to do with that according to the investment amount, the more money you want, the more details the financier wants to see. Yeah. Makes sense. So the more money you want, the more details we need to do research and capture in the business plan, and the more complex also the financial forecast of course is. And so let's say for 1 million rand, we're charging at the moment still 8,900 rand. That's our standard business plan, including the financial forecast. For up to from 1 to 5 million rand, our prices are 15,000, I think 100. And for up to 10 million, our prices are 20,800. This is only for the business plan, please, including the financial forecast. Then you can decide if you want our support to help you with the capital raising and the grant raising. And then we charge a separate fee, starting in this case from 5,600 for up to 1 million, 7,600 for up to 5 million, 9,900 for up to 10 million. Everything above 10 million rand, I do an individual quote because I need to see how many target markets you have, how many industries you want to play in, so that that is then individualized. Okay. Let me just see. I think I answered that question. Can you please tell more about executive summary, because it's the important part in the business plan? Yeah. Okay, so the business plan is not different. What we've spoken today is the pitch deck. You remember that's the teaser, that's the carrot. And now somebody says, sounds interesting for me. I want to know more about your idea. I need a little bit more clarity. So now they want a business plan. A business plan, executive summary, short and crisp. It is a summary, yeah? I always highly recommend all my business plan writers do that at the end. They first need to understand what moving parts this business has, and then at the end, you write, I don't know, page summary, maybe 2 pages if you want to sell already your future sales, or a breakdown about for what you need the investment. So that is this executive summary. When do we submit the milestones? Okay.
Okay, can I answer that?
Yes, please.
Because I'm sure it's directed to the course itself. The milestones are different because I know you guys, some of you are on the course. There was one entrepreneurship course. So it depends which cohort you are part of. You can text me or say WhatsApp me, and I'll with your cohort name or number, and I'll revert back to you by this afternoon. But thank you for asking that question. The following question, Dagmar from Mulantwana.
Okay, can Funding Connection help with business plan? And if you have business plans, what needs to be done in order to be funded? Okay, so we can help you with the business plan, absolutely not a problem. Contact us, please, and then we guide you. If you have a business plan, what I usually do is I like to do an assessment. We have an 80% success rate to raise the capital for our clients. That means I'm quite picky also what I take on. Not each and every business idea is bankable and fundable. It's just the harsh reality. So, and I'm able to tell you upfront and say, okay, great idea. I can tell you we will not be able to raise any capital for you. Yeah. Then we would determine, okay, your business plan is in order. It covers all the aspects, what the financiers want to see. And then we can assist you with the application process if you want us to do so. Yeah.
Great. Got that as well. Thank you for sharing that. May I ask, I'm reading directly from Facebook. May I ask, what are the opportunities of funding in the cannabis business? He wrote a lot of stuff. I don't think I can read that out loud since this is a public platform, but I can say that he's doing quite a number of products. Some of them are lotion and some of them are for consumption. For consumption, I'll put it like that. What are the funding opportunities that exist? The last part of that, let me just summarize it. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. what would the funder need for this type of business? I would assume that he is referring not only to the legislation, but is referring to what the funders would demand.
Okay. So I know cannabis is big, and I also know that the government announced that this offers great opportunities. I think the last time when I spoken to Land Bank, they said, yes, they can have a look at it. IDC can also have a look at it, but they need all the permits and licenses in place. Yeah, because this is obviously one of the biggest hurdles there. And you need to have that in place. That means you need to have also some cash upfront invested, so that then Land Bank and or IDC or combination, depending on, so if you want to do the farming part and the plant, both steps in one, that is what you need to have in place. Yeah, I hope I was able to answer the question. Yeah.
Yes, you are quite clear. You are very, very clear. I think there's some again on Zoom. Is there a place essential for me to register a company first? To be funded? Is it? Oh yeah, it is quite essential. But go ahead, Dagmar, take that question on.
Yeah, so South Africans are crazy. So in Germany, you can just start as a person, a company. Here in South Africa, if you want to get funded, they all want registered companies. You can go to CEDA, they can do that for you. That's not a big problem. Yeah. Okay, I have a good business idea. Need to. Oh God, let me just see. Where is this now? I need your contacts. Okay, so go to funding connection .co.za, and there are my contact details, or you use admin@fundingconnection.co.za. Yeah. Ours is business hub and training development. Can funders recommend to the municipality if we need property to execute our ideas? So you want to do a trainings institution, and you want to, can funders recommend? You can go on your own to municipalities and ask for some access to property. I'm not too sure.
Okay, the short answer is that it depends on each municipality. I'll give you a generic answer because entrepreneurship is a key component of our key levers as a country. I doubt that you'll be rejected. First point of contact for you, if that's what your approach would be CEDA. So you'd need to go to CEDA and get consultation, and they do this for free at no cost. They would look at your business plan. Hence, you would need Dagmar to do that for you. That's one. I think the following question on Facebook is linked to what you are saying again. What this question is all about. So let's take a step back and go back to what my colleague Dagmar had said on when she started her presentation. It's not each and every business that's fundable, and there are key milestones that you need to be able to identify in your business plan. And so there are two things here. A business pitch and a business plan are two different things. A business pitch is what I can teach you, what I can do for you for free at no cost, is put you on a course where you are able to develop a business pitch that Dagmar can dissect and make a business plan from. So that's number one. So a business plan is typically quite a lengthy document that also has your shareholder certificate and all of that. However, repeating again what Dagmar said, not each and every business is fundable. So even if you were to go to CETA or TIA or NYDA or IDC, it doesn't matter who you go to. It is great to protect yourself from rejection from onset, to say, listen, let me invest that 500,000 rand to Dagmar to check what is it. Where am I in my business plan so that I can put it forward? I'm answering the question on Facebook, and a part of it that was asked here. Dagmar, you have the floor. This is your masterclass, not mine.
You just said 500,000 rand. No, that's not what we are charging. Just wanted to mention that, otherwise everybody gets a heart attack here. No, we charge 500 rand for an assessment. Okay, so if you have a business plan, I do the assessments. So I just have a look at it and say, and I'm straightforward with you. There is no hiding, or I'm polite and diplomatic, but I'm also honest. And I will tell you, okay, this is a challenge you need maybe to overcome, or I just say straightforward, this is not possible. There was one thing is somebody says, yes, you need to register a company, otherwise it becomes a personal loan. Don't think that you need to sign surety for your business loan. Yeah. So you are personally responsible for this. Don't think that you get around. Is it possible to include all future revenue models in a pitch deck for an app based on future features we will add? You can do that. I would be a little bit... Put yourselves in the shoes of a financier. They say, I'm giving you now the $1 million. Okay, we know in which direction we want to go, and we can see that these are usually experienced investors. They go in any of these business. Sorry, we just have load shedding here, but this time I'm prepared and using another device. So that means they usually know the market, the app market, so that's not a problem for them. They can do that for you. You should, can you see me and hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. It just said some funny things here, that's why. Okay, so an investor, if you want to develop an app, is usually experienced. You can tell them this is what we want to do in future. That's absolutely not a problem. You can also say the market for these things are like this. I wouldn't don't be too unrealistic. Yeah. So what happens, I'm always like to explain these things out of the experience I have. We raised 950 million rand from an international investor for farming business. And they said their only concern was that their numbers were quite ambitious. And they said, can you please redo the financial forecast with a little bit more, they called it realistic numbers. And what happened, my client says, no, these are the realistic numbers, we are not going down. So they didn't get the 950 million rand. So that's why I said, be realistic, be not over excited. I know that, I understand, you know, it's your business idea, but don't chase the investor away. They have a good idea what is possible. They know the market usually well. So don't be overly positive. Yeah. Okay. You can use admin@fundingconnection.co.za. My team is handling everything, and I'm only getting that into my emails when it's paid and we have everything. Yeah. Okay, so that was one more Gomotzi. Yes, contact details. Can I send you my business plan? Yes, you can do that. When do you identify a fundable business? Usually that's the first contact we have with our clients, where we then can say, okay, this makes sense. This is realistic. We know there are some financiers out there. Usually I have a couple of them in my mind, and we can say, yes, that works. Mol Wantwa, yes, we can do a pitch deck for your business. Absolutely not a problem. Let me just give you here admin @fundingconnection.coza. Brent is able to answer that. Okay, and this is our website. Is there anything else I can do for you? At the moment, you just have the possibility to ask me all your questions. Let me just see. Yeah, there's nothing here on my side. Let me just see if I find anything on Facebook, because when I checked, there was nothing. No, there's no live. Okay. I'm not too sure what happened to send your connection. Yes, I couldn't you see that? Ah, let me just see. To everybody, I'm sure I just posted it only to one person. Use admin @fundingconnection.coza. Yeah. Okay, so now you should be able, everybody, yes, everyone can see that. Or you can go to our website. Okay, Ria, take good care. Bye-bye. I'm not too sure. Let me just see. Looks like Pleasure and Tombi. Yes, the Wadwani Foundation is absolutely amazing. They do a really, really great job. It looks like Solela is kicked out like I was kicked out the last time. Pleasure and Breiling. Okay, so any idea what we are doing here? Margaret, Pleasure. Let me just see if I got a WhatsApp from him.
Dagmar, I'm here if you need any assistance.
Okay, lovely. I just wanted to know. So obviously, Solelo just said he can't get back in again. So yes, Charles, if there are no other questions, you want to close?
None that I can see outside of the Zoom chat at this stage.
Okay. So I can't see on Facebook if there's somebody asking questions. So I tried to go to the page, but there's nothing on it.
No,
yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay, then we just close it. Thanks very much, everybody. I definitely, like I promised you last time, this time it's again in my queue. I wasn't happy with the presentation my team did, how to draft a pitch deck, so they needed to work on it again. It's again in my queue today. As soon as I have the link and you can download it, then I will share that with Solela, and then we can, yes, then you get a little bit more information here. Okay, thanks very much, Charles. Take good care,
Dagmar.
everybody else.
Thank you to everybody who attended. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.